Hey guys, today we're making tiramisu, but not the classic kind. This version's got a twist, and you're gonna love it. First, we need to separate 3 eggs. Yolks in one bowl, whites in another. Be careful, even a tiny bit of yolk can mess up the whites. Next, we need half a cup of regular white sugar. Pour half of it into the bowl with the yolks. Beat the yolks on medium speed until they're light, fluffy, and about 2 to 3 times the volume. It took me around 3 minutes. Now we're gonna whip the egg whites. But first, make sure your bowl and beaters are clean and completely dry. Otherwise, they won't whip. Grab a pinch of salt and sprinkle it over the egg whites. This will help stabilize them and hold their shape while whipping. Start whipping on low speed until you see some foam. There it is. Then gradually add the remaining sugar while increasing the speed to medium. Keep going until you get stiff peaks. Just like this. Now, take a few spoonfuls of the whipped egg whites. And gently fold them into the yolk mixture. Use a spatula and mix just until it's nice and smooth. Then add the rest of the egg whites to the mixture. And gently fold everything together until it's smooth, fluffy, and fully combined. Just look how smooth and silky it is. Absolutely beautiful. Next, we need exactly 1 cup of flour. Drop the flour into a sieve. Grab a tablespoon. Then toss in 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. This helps keep the base soft and tender, so it doesn't get dense or heavy. Now sift the dry ingredients, but don't dump it all in at once. I highly recommend splitting it into 2 parts. That way, it mixes in more evenly and the batter stays nice and smooth. If you add everything at once, it can get heavy and deflate. I've made that mistake before. Added all the flour in one go and the batter just collapsed. Lesson learned. Don't do that, guys. And that's our batter. Light, airy, and smooth. Exactly what we want. Now scoop the batter into a piping bag. Makes things easier and less messy. If you don't have one, no big deal. A zip-top bag with the corner snipped off works just fine. Line your pan with parchment paper. Then mark the shape you need. I'm using a clean milk carton to trace it. And I'll be using it later to assemble the dessert. Normally, Ladyfingers are piped into finger shapes, but since we're making them from scratch, we can shape the batter however we want. Pipe the batter just a little bigger than the shape you marked. We'll trim the excess later. Now here's a tip. Keep the layer thin. Don't go squeezing out a thick one. You want it crisp, not cakey. I've made that mistake before and it turned out more like sponge cake. Not bad, just not the vibe. I also recommend dusting a little powdered sugar on top. It gives that delicate golden look and a subtle crunch when done. I'm using a sieve to break up any clumps and get a nice, even layer of powdered sugar. That way it looks smooth and delicate. Now pop it in the oven for 12 to 14 minutes. I baked mine for the full 14. You want that light golden color on top. Make sure not to overbake it. Give them about 5 minutes to cool down. They might seem a little dry, but that's exactly what we want. See how crispy they are? If yours aren't crispy enough, just toss them back in the oven for a few more minutes to crisp up. Shake off any extra powdered sugar from the layers, and carefully trim the extra edges so the layer doesn't crack. That actually happened to me once, so I had to start over. By the way, do you like this kind of video, or did you prefer the old ones? Drop a comment and let me know what you think. The layer's thin and nicely crispy, exactly what we're going for. Alright, let's move on to the cream. It's super simple to make and it tastes amazing. First, we need powdered sugar. Then add 3 yolks right into the powdered sugar. Since powdered sugar tends to fly everywhere, I recommend stirring it with the beaters by hand first. No power yet. After that, beat on medium speed for a few minutes until it's light and fluffy. Quick note, ideally you'd want to pasteurize the yolks by beating them over a double boiler to kill any bacteria and keep things safe. But, truth be told, I totally forgot. Next up, mascarpone cheese. No mascarpone? No problem. I've got a homemade hack that's super tasty and way cheaper. Check the full recipe in the description below. Just mix on low until it all comes together into a nice, creamy texture. I like my tiramisu cream simple, just egg yolks and mascarpone. Some people add whipped cream or egg whites, and I've tried that too, but this one's my favorite. Just look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. The only problem? Try not to eat it all before the tiramisu is even done. Honestly, this might be the best tiramisu cream I've ever made. It's rich, thick, and so good. Alright, now we need a cup of freshly brewed coffee. Put the first layer at the bottom of the carton. As you can see, I've already trimmed off the top. Soak the layer with some freshly brewed coffee. Guys, if you're enjoying the video, give it a like and hit subscribe. Really appreciate it. Now take the cream, drop it over the first layer, and spread it out evenly. Then do the same for the second layer. Carefully, not to break it. The reason I'm using a carton is so we can get nice, clean slices later on. But honestly, you can use any dish you want. Glass, a baking pan, whatever works. Just make sure it's not too big. Pop it in the fridge overnight so it can set and soak up all those flavors. If you're short on time, a few hours will do, but overnight is best. Once your tiramisu is chilled and out of the fridge, dip a knife in warm water and gently run it around the edges to loosen it from the container. Sprinkle a light dusting of cocoa powder on top. I really recommend keeping it thin. The cocoa perfectly complements the cream, making a great flavor combo. Now this is where the carton really shines. Just cut it open and voila, you get this beautiful dessert. Unlike a regular pan, you don't have to fight to get it out of there. Just look at that rich, creamy filling and the cocoa on top. Not gonna lie, I'm officially drooling, guys. To slice, use a warm knife. Dip it in warm water and wipe it off before cutting. This helps you get nice, clean, even slices. Perfect if you want those Instagram-worthy edges. Alright, time to try it, folks. Oh man, it's really, really good. So soft, so delicious. It just melts in your mouth. Definitely worth making. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.